It is an opportunity when you go on Zoom or any of the other platforms, when you're showing up on camera, everyone should be very concerned about how they're showing up. This is your brand, and how are you representing your brand? First of all, how are you dressing? You know, are you matching your message? Do your clothes match your message? How do you want to come across? You've got to dress the part. So I tell people to, try to stick to solids and try to be that person that match your message. So that's the first thing, is showing up and being well lit. So technically speaking, um, it's making eye contact with the camera. It's forming a relationship with the lens, and it's not ignoring the lens. It's really connecting to the lens. And the way that you do that is by practicing. I used to start out in front of the mirror and talk to myself in front of the mirror and say, "Oh, my mouth moves that way and I didn't realize that," so technically speaking, you've got to connect to the lens. You've got to talk to the lens as if it's a friend in a coffee shop. You're in a coffee shop having a conversation. This is an intimate medium. When you're on stage, it's different. But when you're in front of this camera, it's a different tone of voice. Your posture is important. I'm sitting on the edge of my seat right now, not sitting back in my chair like this. I'm sitting on the edge of my seat. I'm framed very well. I'm well lit. I have two lights, one on either side of me. If I wear glasses, they're going to be non reflective, because if you have reflective glasses, it's just going to be a complete reflection, and it's going to be very distracting, and you're not going to be able to connect. And it's all about connecting to that little circular inanimate lens, which we know is not a little circular inanimate lens, because really, when you can connect and connect brilliantly, you can open the doors to many opportunities in life. So it's about also framing your shot. So right now, my laptop is on a laptop stand. Now, and you see, there's not a lot of headroom above my shot, but I don't want to show up like this. A lot of people do that, and you want to be able to have the camera at eye level or slightly higher. You want to make sure that your audio is good, that you're not in a room with a lot of echoes, that you don't have a floor with no rug underneath you. And if you do, you can put a blanket underneath to sort of patch that and create less of an echo. But you have to look good, you have to sound good, you have to connect, and you also have to be concerned with your background. Is it cluttered? People make decisions about who you are and what your brand is based upon how you show up. So you better bet your bottom dollar that it's important to pay attention to your background and make sure that it's neat. And also making sure that you're not showing up in front of a window. You see how I'm very dark there? If you have a window behind you, you're going to be backlit. So always have the window in front of you. Now, I happen to have lights on. So those are a few of my tips. But really, I would say, and the other thing is, have an external video camera. That's what I use. And it's just a better resolution, and it'll make you look great. And when you look great, it adds to that confidence.